All right, guys, welcome to the third part of our cast net video seminar. What we want to do is we want to take you out on a boat, guys, as far as with me, and show you exactly what I do every day. Now, today we're going to start out with catching ballyhoo and pilchards as far as today. Now, let's get started and refresh as far as what we did in the last part of the video. First thing what we're going to do is we're going to get our cast net and we're going to get ready to throw. Now, remember, guys, we take our horn. Our rope is basically very loose, and I'm right-handed, so I'm going to put it on my left hand. That's how we're going to start. Now, the loop is a sliding loop that we have, and we don't want to tension it as far as on our wrist. What we want to do is have it very, very loose to where, remember, if the net gets caught underneath the boat in the wheel or on the bottom as far as, you know, when we throw our net, we want to be able to release the rope very easily. So I'm going to put it on my left hand, on my left wrist. Now remember, how big is the size of the rope as far as a coil? Just like a normal dock rope, folks. And what we do is we come over, we make it about a foot, and we coil it up on our left hand. As we make it a foot as far as on our left hand, we're going to come up to the swivel, which is actually the first part of the cast net, where the brails actually connect to the rope. There's a swivel. And as we pull what is called the horn, as far as up to the swivel, we're going to pull it all the way up to the horn. Now, guys, remember how I showed you how to clear the cast net. We have our palm of our hand, we have the whole net, the horn in front of it, and we hold it as far as in our hand. Now, remember, the difference between a 10-foot net, a 12-foot net, and a 14-foot net is basically, once you learn the principles of throwing a cast net, is how many fingers that you have as far as in your hand. Because what we're going to do is we're going to take the net and we're going to put, just like we coil the rope, as far as in the corners of our hand, of our fingers, as far as with our hand. Now, this is a 14-foot rope, so I'm going to take 2 coils and put them in between my fingers. Now, remember, waist high, a little bit below our waist is where we're going to be. So I'm going to take 2 coils as far as on my left finger, my middle finger, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the net below waist, and I'm going to pick it up and put it in the whole palm of my hand. Very comfortable as far as how the net is. My waist is right here, a little bit less. Now what we're going to do is we're going to clear the net. Remember, that's the most important as far as the brails and clearing the brails with the lead line. So here we go. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to put it over my right knee, and I'm going to clear my net. Oh, we got a tangle, so we got to make sure that that brail is absolutely perfect. All right, our net is absolutely clear. The ballyhoo are very skittish. You want to get the ballyhoo to the chum as far as within 5 to 15 feet away from the boat. I have a platform as far as on my boat to help that, but when you throw on the ballyhoo, make sure you don't hit the boat in any way, shape, or form. Do not jump on the boat, do not ding anything on the side, and we're going to try to catch the ballyhoo as we see it right now. Let's go. We're going to take our net, we're going to get ready, just like I told you before. We're going to split half the net as far as on one side of my leg. Remember the hard part, tip of the day, swing the net over to the right, grab the left side of the net, bring it over on your left shoulder. Take the lead line, the inside lead line, pinch it between your index finger and the palm of your hand. Take the lead line, inside lead line, and put it on top of your shoulder, on the crease of your shoulder, so the lead stays there. We're going to take 1/3 of the net, or approximately half the net, and we're going to start our cast right there. We're going to drop our lead line, keeping our hands about a foot apart from each other, and I'm ready to go. Here we go. What do you think, folks? Woo, pretty good throw, huh? And now one thing that we want to do, folks, is we don't want to let the net sink very, very fast. It's very shallow. It's about 15 feet of water, so we only want to let the net sink about halfway. And as I took very, very slow, catching the ballyhoo as far as inside the net. Now, as I've got the ballyhoo as far as in the net itself, what I want to do is I'm going to walk him up the side of the boat, and this is where professional mates have a hard time, where they don't grab the net in the procedure what I want to show you right now. Now what you want to do is you want to pull the net all the way up until you can get the horn as far as in your hand. Now, as I have the horn in my hand, I'm going to slide the net down about halfway. halfway when I'm looking at the ballyhoo, I've got the bag to the point where the net is actually creating a bag around the ballyhoo as far as over there. Now you see me shaking the bag as far as over there because ballyhoo has a very, very pointed beak. So you want to get them all down in the bag as over that you're seeing them swimming around inside the cast net. We take a half wrap around right where the leads are, and we're going to pull the bag or the cast net into the boat with the ballyhoo, dropping them into the well. We've had a successful mission as far as catching ballyhoo, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shake them down into the well to where they're absolutely perfect and they're ready to go dolphin fishing. All right, guys, here we go into the Pilchard mode. This is the most important thing that I have as far as that I do every single day of my life. As I go around there, I've found a school of pilchards and I'm wheeling around. Now, guys, you got to remember, this is a one-man show. I got to drive the boat, load the cast net, get in position. Now, what is position? Position is actually taking the boat upwind, guys, where I can use the wind behind me to project the net all the way out as far as on the side of the boat without hitting the side of the boat. No noise. Remember, total stealth mode. Now, I found the school, and I'm going upwind to try to get up in front of the school to throw to where I can actually propel the net in front of the school, letting it sink in deep water approximately 28, 30 feet, and try to throw the net on top of the school of bait. Now, as I run the contender that I'm going around, as far as in a circle, I want to show you what the school of bait looks like. Now, here is a school of pilchards, and what I want to do is get to the end of the school to where I can throw at the beginning, at the back of the school, and then the beginning of the school is right here. Now, as I throw, I want to throw about right here, letting the school of bait move into my position into where the net sinks on top of the pilchards. This is where a lot of people make a mistake, folks. And what they do is they throw behind the school all the time. So what I want to do is I want to have a blank screen right there and get ready to throw. Here we go. Woo! I wonder if we got him. Now, remember, we got to let this net sink quite a bit. It's got to go 25 feet, so the timing of the boat is very, very, very important. Now, as I go, I got the boat totally out of gear, and I'm letting the net sink all the way to the bottom. Remember, I got to let the pilchard swim into the net, so it takes a moment to actually let that happen. Approximately 1 to 2 minutes to let the net sink all the way to the bottom. This is a crucial time. This is a time where I think that I'm not going to catch a bait at a particular time. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick the boat ahead, getting it away from the rope and the net itself. So what I want to do now is move the boat downwind. So that's why I kicked it around in a circle. And now I'm going to tuck very, very, very slow. And as I tuck the net, I can actually feel the pilchard swimming around inside the net as I pull the net to the boat. Now, sometimes we miss them, but sometimes we do get them. And as I'm pulling the net very, very slow, the boat is going now downwind on a drift, keeping the net far enough away from the boat that I can actually lift the net all the way up to the boat. And now I got to walk it up to the side, going up to my front well. As I go up to the front well, I have to pull all the way up to the surface, grabbing the horn as far as at the bottom of the water, surface of the water, shaking the pilchards down. Now, remember, the crucial part is to get the net halfway and then to take a wrap right at the lead line with the net being halfway pulled up, creating a bag for the pilchards to be in as I lift the net. I take a wrap. I'm going to lift the pilchards up as far as on the outside in the bag, and I'm going to use my elbow to actually use my back to lift the pilchards into the water itself, into the well. Now, as I go up there, I stand up on top. This boat is custom built, so I can actually stand up on top of the well and shake the pilchards down into the well when I catch a majority of the bait. Now, as I shake them down, they go into a 350-gallon well, and as you can see, I'm standing up on top of the net, shaking the net. As I clear, I'm actually shaking the pilchards down. Woohoo! We got them. Here we go. All right, guys, one particular problem that all people throwing cast nets have is the brails. What happens is the brails get twisted up as we go through. This particular situation, I caught some pilchards, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my finger to split the brails apart all the way up to the swivel. This is actually clearing the brails and keeping the net straight. Now, what I'll do is I'll drop the net down, pull the net up all the way back to the horn, grab the horn, and let the brails go straight all the way down to the lead line, all 14 feet of the net. this clears the net and it's ready to go for the next time. All right, guys, round 2. This is going to be a little faster. The boat's already upwind, and I'm clearing my net. I got it halfway over my shoulder. I got a third over cleared, and I'm getting ready to throw again. Now, I'm waiting for the school of pilchards to swim right to me. That's what the hesitation is all about. And now as I look, I can see the pilchards now swimming to me. Now, as I look at the screen, I'm looking at a blank screen, waiting for the pilchards to start showing up, and as soon as they show up, I'm going to get ready to throw. Now, sometimes you got to maneuver the boat. Now, this is a one-man show, remember. I got to run the boat, get the net cleared as far as on my shoulder, and get ready to actually throw. Now, as I go, my beautiful 31 Contender custom made with my beautiful pair of 250 Yamahas, I'm maneuvering on the school of bait and getting ready to catch them. Now, remember, folks, into the wind, so I can use the wind behind me to actually propel the net where I need to throw it. Now I'm going into the wind, and as I go up there, okay, I just started marking the school, and I'm getting ready to throw. Here we go. I wonder if we're going to catch them. We're going to push the net out, back, and here we go. All right, guys, as we let the net sink all the way to the bottom, it's about 28 feet here, we're going to be pulling our pilchards as far as up to the boat. Now remember, as we got our pilchards, we're going to reach down, we're going to grab our horn, and as we grab the horn, we're going to pull it up approximately halfway up, shaking the pilchards and creating a bag in the cast net. That's what it does. Now, as we shake our pilchards down, remember not to let the braille slide through your hands. That's why I take a wrap about right where the lead lines start. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift the pilchards into the boat using my elbow, my back, and my legs to actually lift the pilchards into the boat and into the well. Remember, as we put the pilchards into the well, we're not going to let the leads go all the way down. We're going to keep the ledge right at the surface of the water, and we're going to try to hold them right there. Now, as we shake, the pilchards are free to go into the bottom of the well, not hurting them in any way, shape, or form. Now, I'm going to stand up on top of it and shake all my pilchards down all the way into the well. Now, as I do this, folks, we're going to be clearing our net at the same time. That way I take a check as far as how many pilchards that I still have stuck in the net, and I'm going to be going around the whole net, going all the way around, shaking them into the well, making sure we got every single live bait necessary that we need to go through the day. Now, as I go through, I'm actually clearing the net with the lead line above the water, and the pilchards are going right into my well as far as right here. All right, guys, we want to make sure as we shake the final pilchards out that you are absolutely enjoying our video. Hopefully we helped you as far as catching more bait out there, and we hope you have a successful day. Thank you for watching our video.